y'all. I am trying to do the stream with the phone horizontal and it's not letting me. Why not? If y'all know how to do that, please let me know because I always have the same problem. It's not letting me. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna wait a little bit, guys, not too long, but this word is not gonna be long. I don't know. Maybe I can do it if it's not too long. I can probably just rotate it. Probably. Oh no, but then I can't upload it to my phone. Because the Lord wants this to be live. Although I do that though sometimes. I do that. Well, I'm doing that more now where I'm taking clips from the live videos just so that it could reach more people. So I take the video, I download it to my phone, and then I just break it up and take clips, let the Spirit of the Lord lead me, and then I share it so it can reach as many people as I can. I'm probably gonna wait probably about maybe 3 minutes. I don't wanna wait too long. So I think I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna start because while I'm waiting for people to come in, what happens is, not that I'm being impatient. I'm not being impatient. But what happens is when someone does join, it's like, because whoever joins in real time, they get to see it live. But then once it's uploaded, they're not looking at it in real time. And they got to wait for me to do all this rambling. And they're looking at their clock like, okay, start the message. Okay, we have one. So I'm just going to start. So shalom to you, whoever you are, shalom. Oh, we have 7 now. Okay, shalom, shalom. Okay, so I have a word for us today from the Lord, guys. And this is a very important message, okay? So I need you all to lock in. I need your attention and I need you to hear this word, okay? So this is a word from the Lord and it is about elderly people, okay? Elderly people. The message is about elderly people. Okay, so wait, I have my notes here so that I don't forget anything. So last night, God gave me a dream. And in the dream, I was looked like an elderly person in the car. And I don't know why I felt reminded of the elder people in my family. I felt it wasn't anyone in my family, but I had that feeling. And I know that that was the Lord that put that on me. And there was another person in the car with the elder woman. And the person was talking to the elder woman. And I don't know what they were talking about because they were in the car and I was outside the car. But then the scene switched from the car to now they are in the house. And it's a house I've never been in before. But I'm in there first and then they come in after. And when they come in, I say to them, I'm doing some things in here, like as if I was just very busy. I was doing work or something. So I told them to go to the back. I said, go all the way to the back. So it was like a back room, probably like a family room. And so I said, go to the back. And then I went upstairs. Next thing I know, the scene switches from that to now I'm upstairs. And I am in a bedroom and I'm lying on the bed and I can hear everything. It's weird because I can hear what they're saying, but the Lord, he didn't have me to remember what they said. So I hope you follow me. So I could hear in the dream what they're saying, but the Lord didn't have me to really remember because he didn't want me to focus on what they were saying. So the feeling that I got was that the woman was being taken advantage of. This elder woman was being taken advantage of. And so even though now and after talking to God about it and praying to ask God to give me the revelation of the dream, I cannot remember what was said, but that was what he wanted me to focus on, was the feeling I got that this elderly woman was being taken advantage of. So after the dream, I got up in the morning and I prayed, as I always do. Every time I have a dream, I take it to God. I have to always, 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 always take my dreams to God. And so I asked God to, first, I always ask God, is this dream from you? And then God will let me know yes or no. And then once he lets me know yes, he'll let me know if he wants me to release it or not. And then when it's time to release it, he'll let me know when to release it. So anyhow, he told me that the dream was from him and he gave me the revelation of the dream. So I wrote down what he said, and I want to really get this word out to you all. And I ask that you share this video. Okay, so what God said was that there is a community of people. And this community of people is rising. And this community of people is taking advantage of our elderly people, right? But not just our elderly people, of our widows, our widowers, of naive, older people, right? People that doesn't necessarily have that discernment, right? I know when we think about elderly, we think elders have wisdom. And the wisdom from that life teaches you is different from Yah's wisdom. So having that spiritual discernment and being able to discern spirits is very important now more than ever, right? Because we're like living in a time where it's like survival of the fittest. And so even if the elder has spiritual discernment and is sharp, this is what God said, that the elderly person is found in a vulnerable state, a very naive state, and in need of compassion, right? And I mean, in need of companionship, forgive me, in need of companionship. And so he also wants us to know that even if the elder has discernment, that the person is going to come like a sheep in wolf's clothing. So first, understanding the community that will be rising, meaning it was always, this community has always been, but now they are enlarging in numbers, okay? The vision that he gave me was, how many of you all seen the movie from Tyler Perry, by Tyler Perry? I don't remember the exact name of the movie, but the woman was just treated so wrong. This man pretended to be a wolf. He pretended to be a sheep, right? But in wolf's clothing. And he pretended to love the woman. He pretended like he wanted what was in her best interest. He pretended like he wanted to have a life with her and build a life with her and have a future with her. And so he pretended like he loved her, but in actuality, he was planning to rob her of everything, right? Her home, her account, completely cleared her bank account out. And so what God is showing us through that example is this is how they're going to come. So if this message bears witness with your spirit, if you have elderly people in your family, and let's say maybe you just went to go visit them, right? Maybe you just visited them, and maybe they introduce you to someone who they introduce to you as someone that is their friend, right? Or someone that they said they met at a grocery store, or while being at the, I don't know, being out, right? While out. But you just didn't get a good feeling in your spirit, right? And you were trying to ignore it. God is saying, do not ignore that feeling. To all of you, and even me, I'm telling you, this dream, it has helped me to see that I need to reach out to all the elders in my family. I need to reach out to them more, right? Not just once a year or on birthdays, right? Or several times a year, but more. And so it's helped me to see that we have a lot of elderly people that really do need looking out for, right? Because there's a lot of sheep in wolves' clothing, and their whole mission is to take advantage of the elderly people, okay? He also revealed to me that the reason why he gave me that example with the movie with the lady is because or rather, what happened in that movie when the woman found out that she was being taken advantage of by this man, after she had given him her heart and her love and shared her money with him and shared her home with him and just, had invested in this person. When she found out that he was lying to her and taking advantage of her and that he had done this to other women, I think she had killed him. She killed the man. Or I think she had badly hurt him or something like that, right? I think I only seen the movie maybe once, maybe twice. And so what God is showing us is that this is something that could happen in reality, not just in a movie, okay? But in reality, that there are lots of people, elderly people, that are not in nursing homes. And these elderly people, they live on their own. And this community is rising and is looking, right? They are hacking phones and hacking, they're hacking people's accounts. And they are able to find out information about elderly people. Nowadays, technology is so advanced that people are able to find out information about anyone. And, there was a time when this used to just be a foreign issue, right? Not that it wasn't always in every country, but mainly this was something that was it was known in foreign countries, right? Well, what God was revealing to me is that this is rising in America. It's rising here. And a lot of our elderly people, they live alone. They have families that have moved out of the state, moved out of the country. And so they are alone. And like I said earlier in the video, they are in need of companionship. And so the person is going to appear like they are trustworthy, like they're good. And they're going to hang around for a while. right? Like the example of the dream that he gave of the movie. They're going to be around for a while and then strike. So if you haven't picked up the phone and spoken to your elderly, any elderly family in a while, your aunts, uncles, grandparents, do so, please. Do so. I'm taking my own advice. If you can visit, you know, if you're not too far. But definitely call, definitely check up on them. I know there's a lot of churches that visit the nursing homes, and this is such a blessing. I'm telling you, it's so needed. We need that. But then for the elderly people who are they're in their homes, you know, and some of them don't even go to church, you know, some do, some don't. And so it's very easy for this to happen, for our elderly people to be taken advantage of in such a way. And if they find out, which is the example of the movie that God was given to me, that if they find out and this predator finds out that they now know, right? And that they've been exposed, who knows what will happen, right? So we need to pray for our elderly, and we also need to reach out to our elderly more, and not just the people in our family, but elderly in our communities. If you see something strange, if you feel like it's strange in your spirit, really seek Yah about that. You know, really pray about that to God, and let God reveal to you what that is, and how to be guided. You know, let God guide you. And also, this message is not to put fear or for anyone to be like overly guarding and just like overly paranoid. We must bring everything to God, everything in prayer to God. Let me make sure there's nothing else. Yeah, so that was it. Yeah. So he just wanted us to know that this is a real thing. And this community is rising, meaning they are enlarging in numbers. But even though it's always been, this is a real thing. It's not just in TV. It's not just in movies. This is in reality. It's in reality. And so many of our elderly, they're having to do so much alone. You know, they're always alone. And so they are in need of that companionship. You know, they're in need of that one-on-one sort of quality or how can I say, intimate time with someone. They want to be heard. You know, they want somebody to listen to them. They want that companionship, you know. And so this is very, very important. When I say companionship, I don't mean that they are looking for a husband or a wife or in need of that, but just someone to spend time with them and to talk to them. And so God is saying that these people will go to great lengths. They will go to great lengths to try to hide their identity. So we really have to pray for our elderly people. Okay? All right. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Know that God loves you more. And be blessed. Be blessed, be safe, and be the you that God created you to be. I think I have two, but I don't see their names. All right. Bye-bye. Have a blessed day.